99% of entrepreneurs fail, but why? It's a harsh reality that many dreamers come to face. Everyone wants the money, the power, the fame, and the lifestyle that comes with being a top entrepreneur. But what is it exactly that separates the top 1% who make it from the 99% who don't? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the biggest key behind the success of that elusive 1%. Now, you may be thinking it might be going to the gym or working on your business, or honestly even just focusing on yourself. And while these are all great things that you should already be doing in your own life, it's in fact none of these. And instead is something that is very overlooked by a lot of people. It's mastering your own mindset. Now, I know it may sound cliche to a lot of people, and it may be something you hear from a lot of other entrepreneurs in the online space. But trust me when I say this, if you are able to master your own mindset, then there is nothing that you cannot achieve in this world. So today I'm going to break down 10 different strategies that you can implement in your own life starting right now. The first strategy is to develop an internal locus of control. Entrepreneurs that have an internal locus of control believe that they have the power to shape their own destiny. They don't blame their failures or successes on external factors, and instead directly correlate them to their own actions. Now, don't worry if you don't have an internal locus of control. It's actually very easy to develop. Start seeing the different failures or mistakes that you've had throughout life and see what actions you took that caused them to happen. Stop blaming things on external factors and start realizing that everything you do in your own life is caused from your own actions. If you are able to do this every day, then you have successfully developed an internal locus of control, and you have set yourself ahead from 90% of people. The second strategy is learning to embrace failure. Failure is not the opposite to success. In fact, it is part of the journey to success. Failure is one of the crucial stepping stones that you have to overcome in order to achieve success in anything. Failure is one of the biggest learners and will help you realize what to do and what not to do throughout your own life. And no matter what path you're taking in life, you will always encounter failure. And learning to embrace it instead of running away from it will greatly impact the chances of your success. The third strategy is realizing it takes time. No matter what path you're taking, you have to realize that anything you want to do in life will take time. It is going to be a long journey and it will have its ups and downs, but if you are able to stick with it long enough, you will be able to achieve success. A lot of people in the modern age really start to give up way too early on their different journeys. If they are able to stick with something long enough, they would honestly start seeing success. And that is the biggest problem with, honestly, a lot of online influencers too, is they make it seem like you need to achieve overnight success, when in fact, success does not happen overnight. It is something you build over time. The fourth strategy is setting clear goals. Don't set vague goals like, I want to make my body better, or I want to have success in business, and instead have more specific goals with measurable results. For example, let's say instead of you saying, I want to build a better body, say, I'm going to do 15 reps and 5 sets for each muscle group. That is something that is much easier to measure and is much easier to attain because it's more specific and you have a clear set goal that you need to accomplish. By just saying you want to build a better body, you don't have any clear plans set in place. So if you really want to achieve success, you need to realize that you need to have tangible and very specific goals. The fifth strategy is realizing that you need to start practicing gratitude. Now, I don't mean just by appreciating the things you have, but also realizing to appreciate the small wins you have every day. You don't need to have a big win every single day. You can just do small steps towards your journey. For example, let's say you decided to make a couple of sales calls. That's a win. Let's say you decided to go to the gym for only 30 minutes. You maybe just hit the treadmill. That's a win. If you start celebrating these small wins, you will very quickly develop a winner's mindset and start to stack those small wins over time. And as you keep stacking those small wins, you will realize in a couple of months, you've achieved a lot of wins. The sixth strategy is surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. Now, I know you've probably heard this from a lot of other influencers too, but it plays a great role towards your own mindset. No matter what you want to do in life, the best thing I would recommend is surrounding yourself with other people who want to accomplish the same thing, and even listening to people who have already accomplished that. That way you are able to conform and change your mind so that you think like the people who have achieved what you wanted. And honestly, I think people really underestimate how much of an impact the things that we listen to online have nowadays. So my suggestion would be to start listening to people who have the success that you want or have the dream lifestyle that you want. And as you listen to them, you will realize that you will start picking up some of the habits that they have. And over time, you will start building up some of the success strategies in your own life. The seventh strategy is continuously learning. It doesn't matter what stage of the career you are. It doesn't matter how successful you are. There is always something you will learn. When you reach your first $10,000 a month, let's say in the business space, you will learn completely different things to when you achieve your first $100,000 a month. Wherever you are and whatever part of the journey you are on, always learn something new each day. Doesn't matter how small of a thing you learn. If you are able to stack tiny things even over a long time, you will realize you have learned a great deal. And without continuous learning, you will not learn how to innovate and continuously push yourself. The eighth strategy is developing emotional intelligence. Now, what do I mean by that? Developing emotional intelligence is honestly, one, being in control of your own emotions, and two, being self-aware, having self-regulation, and having good social skills. By having good emotional intelligence, you will have the skills necessary to be a leader. The ninth strategy is practicing mindfulness and meditation. By practicing these things, you will reduce stress, overall have better focus, and have less lack of clarity throughout your day. And over time, you will start to notice that these things will become permanent habits for you, and that your mind will feel much less full of brain fog and be much more focused throughout the day. Now, the 10th and final strategy is taking care of your physical health. Honestly, I know a lot of you are probably already doing this, but for those of you that aren't, you really should start taking care of your physical health. Now, you don't need to go to the gym. You can go for a walk or a run, but do something that helps engage you physically. Because without a healthy body, you cannot have a healthy mind. So, if you haven't already, be sure to start on your physical journey as well. So, those were the 10 strategies I had that you can implement in your own life starting today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And let me know what you'd like to see in the future from this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.